Hello, here we go again. It's English Made Simple time with your grammar policeman. My name is Benjamin Akakwa. It's always a pleasure connecting with you so that we break down those bits that you think are difficult when it comes to English. English is complicated, but it's also very simple. You just need to know the rules and apply them. So come along with me as I give you my grammar bit for today, an idiom, a word in action or a word of the day, and then finally say it right, or saying it right, basically. And today I'm going to be walking you through the royal order. That's how sometimes we call them, the royal order of adjectives. Now the sequence, if you want to follow the royal order, is opinion or observation, then you go to size, then you go to age, then you go to shape, color, origin, material, and purpose. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. Here's why it matters. Many of us mix up this order, thus making our sentences sound or appear awkward, odd. So, the big brown bear is here. If you say the brown big bear, it would be wrong. Now, that's a strange green Japanese material. That's a strange green Japanese material. Any switch of the sequence here creates an awkward sentence, and the commas sometimes must go. Now, I'm going to be explaining to you, but if you ever string multiple adjectives together, they must follow a specific order which you must learn, know, and apply spontaneously. It's tricky, yes, and if you break this rule, the sentence you form, whether in written or spoken form, begins to appear and sound rather odd and wrong to a native speaker. The sequence is opinion or observation, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and purpose. I know it's complicated, but some people use the acronym OSASCOMP, that is OSASCOMP, from here to actually work out something for themselves. They use that to remember the correct order. So here is a breakdown of the proper order of adjectives from first to last before a noun is introduced. So in terms of the adjective and the order, adjective type, if you're looking at opinion or observation, the description would be value, quality, or attitude. So here are some examples: beautiful, delicious, strange, or silly. Think opinion, observation. Now, if you're thinking of size, you'd be thinking of physical dimensions like big, tiny, tall, or short. When you contemplate age, you should be looking at things like how old the noun is. For example, old, young, new, ancient. You should think age. Then comes shape, and then you'd be thinking of the form or outline. Things like round. Is it square? Is it flat? Is it oval? That's where it falls. Then follows color. You could talk about the hue or the shade. Is it navy blue? Is it sky blue? Red, green, black, pale? Then we can also look at origin. Where does it come from? Is it Ghanaian, French, Japanese, lunar, or domestic? We could also look at material. What is it made of? Is it wooden? Is it silky? Is it plasticky, if you like, or made of plastic? Is it metallic? Then you can look at the purpose. What is it used for? Example, is it for sleeping, like a sleeping bag? Is it for running, like running shoes? Or is it for cooking? So here are some practical examples in motion. A beautiful young Nzema woman. A beautiful opinion, young age, Nzema origin, woman. Do you see the order? Opinion, age, origin. Here's another example. A big round wooden table. Big size, round, shape, wooden material, size, shape, material. Again, you could say, my favorite old brown summer hat. My favorite opinion, old, age, brown, color, summer, purpose, hat. Here are some helpful tips and exceptions. There are two important things to note. First, determiners. If you are using determiners, articles like a or the, or numbers like one or several, they always sit at the very beginning of any adjectives. 2. no commas are needed. That's why I was referencing the commas here. When stringing together adjectives from different categories, example, a big red apple, do not use commas. For same categories or coordinate adjectives, if you use two adjectives from the same category, for example, two opinions or two colors, separate them with a comma or and order them however you prefer. Example, a dark, gloomy room or a gloomy, dark room, because they both fall in the same category. Now, let's learn a bit more from there. It is wrong to say, she bought an Italian wooden old table. It sounds very odd, doesn't it? You should say, she bought an old Italian wooden table. This makes perfect sense and follows the order, the royal order of adjectives. Again, if you said, I saw a red, beautiful, huge bird. Really? I saw a beautiful, huge red bird. That's the proper order. If you learn this correctly, properly, you would realize that it would change how you order your adjectives. So, what would you put here? She wore a blue round tiny hat or a tiny round blue hat. You see the red marker, so I'm sure you know by now which one is correct. A tiny round blue hat. And that is because of this acronym, OSASCOM. So you just follow the order of adjectives. Here's our idiom for the day. Drop somebody a line. You may have heard this before, but what does it mean? It means to write a short letter to someone. It doesn't mean to call them or anything. To write a short letter to someone, you're dropping them a line. In a sentence, you could say, if you drop me a line explaining your proposal in more detail, I shall show it to Mr. Ajiku. If you drop me a line, I shall show it to Mr. Ajiku. Here's our word for the day. It's a noun and it's détente. Détente. And there are two pronunciations here. If you want to follow the UK pronunciation, it is détente, which sounds French, which is the proper way of pronouncing it as well. But in the US, you would have détente, détente. And when you see this marker in phonetics, it means there's a stretch, right? So here's the meaning. An improvement in the relationship between two countries that in the past were not friendly and did not trust each other. And in today's world, there are so many examples we could look at. In a sentence, you could say the talks are aimed at furthering détente between the two countries. You would notice I did not bring the article a over there, and it's intentional. Usually in this form, you don't use the article, though you could use it, but it's better not to use the article there. Then we get into our pronunciation challenge. The other day I was talking about irritate. There's a similar thing going on here, but at the other end. So how would you pronounce this word? Introduce or introduce or introduce? Or are you going to even put a neutral sound there? If you look at the pronunciation, you would see this. This is a neutral sound. So it's not even intro. No. If you use the word as a shortened form, intro, yes, then you can pronounce the O, but the O doesn't sound O, typically. This word is pronounced in the UK form, you would say introduce, juice, juice, introduce or introduce. So this portion, the D, J, U, and the colon before the S. The colon always expresses, and I'm using colon because that's not a technical term, but at least to make you understand, it introduces or implies a stretch, right? So introduce or introduce, but this does not sound O, so it's not introduce, it is introduce, introduce, introduce. And the stress is on the latter part, juice or deuce. In the US, they would say introduce, introduce, but I stick with the UK pronunciation, which is the IPA. Usually that's standard, right? So introduce, introducing, introducing Benjamin Akakpo, or introducing EMS, English Made Simple. And that's how we wrap up for today. Learn it, say it, speak it. Don't forget, learn and keep learning. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. As always, it's a pleasure coming your way with English made simple. Thank you for watching.
Studios, remember that name.